What is up, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls? The Black Lodge live stream is back.
Hell
after a
yeah.
1 week hiatus. Back from Long Con. Already streamed on. Yeah, it was a great time. Streamed on Locals. Talked all about that. So if you want to get that sweet content and recap, go check it out. Use promo code FRIEND, FREN, over at blacklodgegames.locals.com.
Hell yeah.
Got a whole bunch of other stuff there. We do content pretty much every week.
Yep.
And we got a super chat already.
Whoa.
Not a super chat, just $5. Thank you very
dude.
much. All right.
Hell
So
yeah.
it begins. Speaking of super chats and $5, if you are a U.S.
Yes.
resident and you super chat $5, every time that we do a stream like this, we're doing a giveaway. And today we are giving away Pirate Borg.
Yeah, man.
So if you get the $5 in, if we get 20 before the end of the stream, then anyone who super chatted, who is in the U.S., gets added into a raffle, and we ship this out to you. I sent out a bunch of Call of Cthulhu books, this giant miniature, just this last week. So
Hell yeah.
yeah, Cube, Gabe Cube, exactly.
Once again, when the night seemed darkest,
Gaben,
when things seemed the worst they could possibly be, no hope in sight, black pills as far as the eye could see.
Did you
Lord
just use
Gaben.
a dog whistle?
I know.
Did you invent that term?
Yes.
Okay,
Yeah.
good.
It is mine.
Yeah.
Wouldn't you know it? Lord Gaben
Yep.
emerging from his lawnmower man chamber
Right.
of money and gaming has done what you can just do these days. Make something good
Yeah.
that everybody wants is so obvious,
Yeah.
and everything just seems better.
Yeah.
For the first time in a long time,
long
well
time.
over 10 years at this point, I watched the announcement video, and then I watched the Asmongold reaction clip, and I felt
Something.
the gamer self,
Yeah. The
my
consumer.
real power,
Yeah.
emerging from years and years of dust and ashes of disappointment and nothing to look forward to. I want this thing.
Yeah.
I want that box.
It'll have a weighted companion cube skin available immediately after launch. Just
I'm
watch.
sure it
I'm
will.
sure it will. Yeah.
A lot of people will buy it, and that's fine.
The Steamtendo Gabe Cube. Exactly.
Yeah, dude.
I'm legitimately excited about the Valve frame. I've been wanting to ditch Meta for a while now. Yeah. I had a Meta Quest 2 or 3 or whatever the fuck it was a while ago. It was a couple years ago. And VR is really cool.
There
Like-
needs to be more games for it.
Yeah.
But,
But I would play it for like 45 minutes and then I would take the helmet off and I would just be in my apartment again. And I was like, this is so dystopian.
yeah.
It was like if someone came up to you and was like, dude, you got to try this thing. They just invented this thing called the Matrix.
Right.
You get in this pod
Yeah.
and like the whole world goes away. So I got rid of it. But it was very cool. And I think the new Valve headset looks really good too.
Yeah.
It is Thursday, my dudes.
You damn right.
I've been saying since Microsoft first announced half their user base can get fucked, this is a golden opportunity for someone else to swoop in and provide a functional alternative to Windows. Yes.
Yeah.
That is something we will be talking about. Nice to see Valve was paying attention and noticed the same thing. Yeah. Lander, how's it going, man? They've been working hard in the background for years to provide an actual alternative. Exactly.
Yeah.
I mean, they tried this back in like 2015 or so, and it did not work. But it wasn't there yet.
Yeah.
The software was the big problem. It's great seeing it actually take shape into a full ecosystem like this, open source no less. Yeah,
I know.
It's fucking great. Like
Total freedom.
Yeah.
Do whatever you want, play whatever you want, emulate whatever game you want. You could change the operating system, change out the hardware, it seems. And
the ARM compatibility layer is huge. It is. So it'll be able to work. SteamOS will be able to work on other handheld products that use the ARM architecture as opposed to Intel's x86, which is great. I mean, the ARM processors are fucking awesome these days. The Mac processors are great. I'm hoping it'll play nice with good old games. I know they're not too much of a competitor, but I always go there first. I do like good old games.
I suspect it will. I don't see anything.
It kind of depends. Like you'll have Proton on it. I don't know how well it won't. You won't have like if a game is like Steam Machine verified or whatever. That won't apply if you're using something else. But I don't see why it wouldn't work. Then again, I am very retarded. All this stuff is just running a version of Arch Linux with KDE Plasma. Yeah,
I don't know what that means.
Yeah, I mean, so Arch is a very configurable Linux distribution, but this is like a pre-configured nice version of it. KDE, I believe, is like the window manager graphics engine behind it or something. It will all play nice. Exactly. You should be able to load just about any app on there and sideload Android APKs to the headset. Exactly. It's going to be insane. Yes. And everything has micro SD card slots. Yes.
Yeah.
And you can apparently replace the hard drive and you can swap the RAM out.
Yeah.
Which is awesome. I figured that they were going the Apple route and that everything was going to be fucking melted onto the motherboard. But apparently not. Easily accessible to move files around between them. Yeah. I don't really understand what any of that means. I am Jack's all but technically illiterate normie gamer, but it sure looks encouraging. Yeah, it's going to be great for normies.
Yeah. We don't know what the price is yet, but it's going to be cheaper than getting a gaming PC.
Oh, yeah.
For sure, by a huge margin.
Also not going to be as powerful as a gaming PC that you put together yourself, but I don't really care about that anymore.
But it also should be more optimized for gaming itself. I would imagine.
Well, it's got the fucking controller, and I was a
looks cool,
huge fan of the Steam controller, and that controller lasted for years and years and years. But it broke during a move, not because of the controller, but because the AA batteries inside it exploded. Yeah.
Whoops.
So that came to an end. But I loved the original Steam controller. It was not perfect, and it was not for everybody, and it was not for every game. But man, oh man, it was so much better than like an Xbox controller. The headset may be more limiting, being ARM-based. Potentially, but you can also just hook it up to your computer and use your computer as everything driving it. Just do computer stuff is precisely what I've been looking for. This is what we're talking about, man. This is why I'm excited. I have not been excited for a piece of consumer hardware
in a very long time.
What is ARM based? ARM is the architecture for the processor itself. It's been around for a long time, but it finally got really, really, really good. It's like very energy efficient. It's what you'll find in lots of consumer electronics. Apple's hardware is all ARM based now. Uses a different instruction set, but it's they're really good energy efficient processors. SteamOS 3 is a version of Arch Linux, just the operating system. Direct replacement for Windows 10 and 11. KDE Plasma is the desktop environment, the interactive bit. Exactly. It's a smaller, less power-hungry type of chip, usually used in mobile devices. Exactly. See, I don't even need to explain this shit. We've already got other nerds in the chat.
Yep.
They figured out how to run normal PC and PC VR apps on it with what's called a compatibility layer, like emulation. Exactly. I mean, that's what they're having to do to get any of the games to run on this OS. Let's see if Biden works today.
By giving us the Super GameCube, Valve does what Nintendo.
By giving us the Super GameCube, Valve does what Nintendo don't. Yeah, exactly.
It's true.
That is why it is called the Gabe Cube.
And the fact that you can seemingly play basically any game from any era on it.
Yeah, most of them. It's not 100%, but most games will run pretty much out of the box. And
Yeah.
the reason for that is there was this thing called Wine, which was like some sort of Windows emulation layer that allowed people to play games on Linux. Because if you're coding for a certain operating system, it's not going to be compatible with the other one. But what they're able to do is basically put this layer in between where when it's trying to make calls to your computer to do something, it takes those Windows calls and translates them into the native Linux calls, and then your computer's able to do it, and then you can play the game. That was an open source kind of really hit or miss, very shitty experience, and didn't work well. But Valve put a bunch of money behind a project called Proton, which took Wine and made it way, way better, which is why the Steam Deck works, because the Steam Deck is Steam OS. It is a Linux distribution, custom Linux distribution, and that's been a very successful product, and there's been a lot of developers who are embracing this. And so now you don't have to have a native Linux version, like you need a native Mac version of a game. It can just be, it's supposed to run on Windows. Now it runs on Linux. It's fucking awesome.
Yeah.
Which is how it should be.
Why buy a console? Well, why buy a console now? But regardless, even before this,
Yeah.
but this would be perfect. I want to be able to play shit on my TV, the biggest monitor I have, without either having to move
The
my
giant
desktop
fucking
tower
computer
or
the
have to
giant
buy
TV.
another one.
Yeah.
For the living room. Fuck that.
I used to have this thing called the Steam Link, that was a little box that you hooked up to your TV and to your internet. So it had Wi-Fi, but it was much better if it was over Ethernet. And that would allow you to your computer in a different room to run the game, and then it would stream it to that box into your TV.
I missed what the giveaway was, but have my money anyways. Also, hello, fellas.
Pirate Board.
Yeah. And thank you,
hello,
dude.
and thank you. And it's good to hear that Biden's back this week.
Yeah.
He took a nap last time. Thank you for the $5. But it's this is all very nice. Like I want, like you said, I want to be able to play games on the couch. I am not anywhere near as serious of a gamer as I used to be. I generally, when I play video games, after about 40 minutes, I'm like, I should be doing anything else. This feels like I'm flushing time down the toilet, but it is fun when I do it. And I hate new games. Like they're almost all shit.
Yeah.
Almost all of them are shit. And so like, I'm not concerned with like, well, is my graphics card going to be up to the task? Fuck it. I don't care. This will be able to run games for a long time, even if it's at lower settings. I don't even have a 4K TV.
Yeah,
So
I
I'll be
wouldn't be
running
able to run them at the
1080p
highest
and it'll
settings
be
Steamline
fine.
is still
anyway.
around as the Moonlight Project, using code from that, and GeForce Now as the backend.
Steam Link is still around as the Moonlight Project, using code from that, and GeForce Now as the backend. Oh, that's cool. GeForce Now is also pretty good. It's not perfect, but I know friends who have used game streaming on that, and it works fine. I even fucking used OnLive back when that came out in like 2009 or something like that. It was a piece of shit, but I beat Batman Arkham Asylum on that,
Nice.
and it was fine.
Yeah.
And I did not even have a graphics card at that time. My computer had died. So I was
Damn.
using this shitty laptop. Yeah. So that's the only way I could game. I'm eagerly looking forward to seeing the performance in headset for regular Steam games and VR titles for the headset. Yeah.
It's a very cool feature. I'm not as interested in the VR headset. I know you can use it to play non-VR games as well, but that's not really interesting to me.
Yeah.
If I had infinity money, I would buy it just to try it. I do want to play Half-Life Alyx one day.
Yeah.
I won't be getting the headset. That's just not something that interests me.
I've become obsessed with Wardle's great game and runs on a potato anyhow. I'll call you boys live in a bit. Have some shekels.
Thanks, man.
Thank
we
you,
appreciate
dude.
it. And good to see you, Doc.
But
I've never played War Tales. Not
I
familiar
haven't
with it.
either. But more than anything else, and I know the game, the thing has not come out yet.
Yeah.
But what I'm excited for, perhaps more than anything else, is the promise of a piece of hardware, a piece of consumer electronics that doesn't run on piles of bullshit
Yeah.
and hassle that you just have to endure for it maybe to work tolerably.
Right. And I want it all. The thing is, it's not just a gaming thing. It's a fucking computer in your living room. And and it can be your media center, your media PC. Fucking great. I love that.
That would
I can
be
do
great
all
for us.
sorts of
Yeah.
things doing that. It's awesome. But on the topic of like the no bullshit, it's the no bullshit to the level of like what a console is.
Even the
without
consoles now
the
are filled with bullshit.
Yeah, without the bullshit of the console.
Yeah.
And without the restrictions of what games are on what platform. And most games come out on most platforms now. But here's the thing. I want to play a bunch of old fucking PC games.
Yeah.
And I can't do that on a console.
Right.
So get fucked.
And I can't easily, like I said before, I can't easily hook it up to my TV.
Yeah.
Obviously, I could do that. I don't want to.
Yeah. It's a hassle.
Yeah.
I'm tired of hassle.
Right.
I used to work in tech, have custom built several PCs, still know where all the components fit in a tower, but damned if I know how to ID good hardware. If you want to build your own PC, I think it's like PCPartPicker.com. That'll help you get everything that's going to be work flawlessly with each other and price it out and everything.
Doesn't Asmongold still have a PC construction company? Where the fuck?
I don't know. I couldn't tell you. They're saying the Steam machine should perform about 6 times better than the Steam Deck. Yeah. But again, it's like the Steam Deck is running stuff at like 720p on a tiny little screen. So you would expect that. You would need that. They're saying that it's going to run things
Like 4K,
4K
60 FPS.
60 FPS. I think that is a pipe dream. Like
Maybe.
that's got a big asterisk on it. You're going to have to use the FSR upscaling, but you're also going to have to turn the detail down, a lot of the settings and stuff. So it's not going to be an uncompromising high-end PC experience. But it is going to be a serviceable PC experience that's in your living room that is also a computer that has an excellent controller for probably way under $1,000.
And I think it's going to be surprisingly adept at playing modern games.
Probably. So basically console competition. Yeah, definitely.
Not even console competition, although it is that.
Yeah.
This is just like you were saying, this is a great product to own. Even if, everybody has a computer, but that's also, I would like to have a dedicated piece of gaming hardware, and not need to spend as much money for a gaming desktop or a desktop that is capable enough to handle games.
Yeah. And GPUs
if this
are
gets
so
the-
expensive now.
Yeah, if this would just do the job, if I can play whatever I want, if it's an MMO, I
Right.
can play that. If it's an old game, Deus Ex, or
Right.
Thief, or Bloodlines,
I would love to play Thief on a TV.
yeah.
That'd be fucking awesome. I would hope that can be reconfigured for better performance at lower resolution. 4K is nifty and all, but I genuinely don't remember the last remotely graphically intensive game I played. Yeah, I mean, it doesn't have to run at 4K.
Yeah, I
I
don't
said,
think it's going to be a hindrance to older games, or games that don't have 4K.
Yeah, I don't have a
capacity.
4K TV, so I'm going to be running
Yeah.
everything at 1080p anyway. So you will definitely get better performance there. People are saying that it's probably based the GPU is like it's like an AMD 7600 or something like that, which was like a mid-range card from a couple of years ago. And so at 1080p, it's probably going to be very, very good. I don't need to see the pores on my dwarf's nose in DRG. I do, I do need to see the bugs moving in real time rather than a slideshow preceding my death.
Yep.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Lower resolution and higher detail should be easily doable. Yeah.
what I would love to do.
Foxov's here. Good to see you, man.
Nice. I would love to be able to actually play Tarkov and not get shot immediately.
Yeah.
Which is where I'm at on the desktop I have. I really cannot run Tarkov well.
Sup, lads, and yes, the Gabe Cube. Microsoft dies a little more inside, but it will cost a lot, but still a cool idea. I don't think it's going to cost that much.
I don't think so.
This is not like
A lot of people are thinking it's going to be under
expensive
$1,000.
hardware. Yeah.
I think,
It'll probably be a little bit more expensive than a Steam Deck.
yeah.
But the thing is that you don't need, it doesn't need a screen and internal battery and all this other shit.
Asmongold was estimating between $1,000 and $1,200, which
I think
I don't think it's going to be that high. But even if it is that high, that's way cheaper than a gaming PC.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I mean, if you want like a high-end graphics card, you're paying well over $1,000.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't think it's going to be over $1,000. At least not the base configuration.
Yeah, I think there's two.
Yeah, there's like a 512 gigabyte model and a 2 terabyte model. Mm-hmm. Happy Thursday.
What's
exactly.
up, dude?
And yeah, and Microsoft apparently they might be stopping making Xboxes.
Making consoles, yeah. Hardware.
It must be priced competitively to succeed, so it can't be that expensive. Valve doesn't sell things at a loss, but they are known for selling things as close to cost as possible to sell games. Mm-hmm. Yeah, but potentially, but I don't think that they're going to be, because the thing is the consoles, the reason they're cheaper than PCs is those are being sold at a loss and they're making up for it with game sales. I don't think that's going to be the case here, though. I don't think they're going to be relying on game subsidy for the actual price of the unit. I think the unit, they said it's going to be priced like a computer, not like a console. So I would expect it to be a little more expensive than a console, but I don't think it's going to be more than $1,000. I could be wrong.
We'll find out soon.
Yeah. And I'm sure there will be packages because you can get it with controllers and all this other stuff.
Sure. Yeah.
Greetings from Canada. How's
What
it going,
is
Squat
up?
Bench Deadlift? I have a Valve Index, and I'm very interested in the combination of Steam Machine and Frame using the 6 gigahertz dedicated Wi-Fi rather than the constraints of Index's tether and base stations. Yeah, it sounds like the days of tethered headsets and external hardware are over with this. It's been raining here in central Canada. Can you believe it? Can you believe it? How's it going, Grognard?
What's up?
The does sound like it's going to be a powerful little combo. Yeah, and I'm not kidding. The original Steam controller, like I said, it had problems, but it was so fucking good. Like, I was playing because it had these 2 mouse pads on it, and they were really quite big. And so you would use the mouse pad to aim, and it was like using a fucking mouse. It wasn't as good as a mouse. It was way better than a thumbstick, not as good as a mouse, but I was able to play in 2020 during COVID. I was playing Doom Eternal on my TV with the Steam controller, and I think I beat that on like Ultra Violence or something. And that is a Twitch fast game. Like you have to, so it's really, really good. And this controller looks way fucking better. Better layout, better hardware, because it's like an improved version of what's actually on the Steam Deck, which everyone loves. But it has a lot of really clever things that you can do with it that you cannot do with a regular controller. And so this thing is going to be fucking awesome. And I've been hoping that they would release a new version of it.
I, for one, believe Gaben deserves as many yatch as he can sell, but more importantly, Bug Gaming Yak win.
We're gonna have to sell some more RPGs before we get a
we need a
before we
lot
get a yacht.
more RPG sales and super
Yeah.
chats to get a yacht, the BLG yacht. Although when we get it, we will definitely stream from there.
Yeah, and no one will be allowed on it. PC VR through Quest 3 is already pretty damn good. I can only imagine what this foveated streaming will do for it. Yeah, it's going to be pretty fucking cool. Last time I bought a game system was Xbox 360.
Same.
Yeah. Main concern is AMD. Most of my experiences in Intel and NVIDIA, and DLSS has been a performance game changer. DLSS is better than FSR. There is no question about it. It is, I mean, it's better performance-wise. It's also way better image quality-wise. I don't like AMD, but what are you going to do? Can't have everything. NVIDIA doesn't care about making low or mid-range hardware. Especially not affordable hardware that could be put in a system like this, because they don't have to, because gamers are not how they make their money. Like even remotely.
Yeah.
Frankly, that was the last time a console war was worth the console was worth the purchase.
Yeah. Agreed.
Drew Cypher's here. Nice to see
What's up,
you.
dude?
Poncho Goblin's here. How's it
Hell
going,
yeah.
man? Reactionary Mr. Max. I
Oh,
might
yeah.
need a black cube to worship in my living room. Yeah, exactly. Great. They got around Opera's protections, and now I'm getting ads.
Uh-oh.
Man, I haven't used Opera way more than a decade. Nick is proof you can just make up entirely
It's
new
true.
terms.
You could just create new internet jargon.
Yeah.
People will use it.
The idea of making something that people actually want has been gone for far too long.
Yeah,
exactly. And I want this.
Everybody wants this.
I wanted it in 2015 when they first tried to do this.
Yeah.
Because this is not the first
Valve
Steam machine
needs
that's
to
been
keep
released.
pushing Linux so we can finally drop Microsoft.
Yes.
Linux is almost able to replace it, but still too much for non-tech people.
Yeah, exactly. It's going to be a friendly version of Linux for people. But again, it's like I'm fine with running Linux. I like Linux. I used it, but I have a programming background now, so that's how I was making software, was using Linux. And it's so much better than Microsoft, than Windows. The problem has been, the only thing that has kept me using Windows for more than 10 years at this point is games. That's it. And they fixed it.
They're using Linux.
No, it's the only thing keeping me from
using.
The only thing that's been keeping me using Windows is what I meant. Yeah. Will 2026 finally be the year of the Linux PC? I don't know. Man. We shall see. 2026 will be probably the year of me getting a Steam machine.
So yes.
Yeah. I hope they make the Valve Index compatible with it. I'm sure it will be. Ready Player One was predicting the future. Yeah. They just discontinued all the things Valve Index, unfortunately. That is true. But they did say that they are actively looking for partners, third-party people who want to keep producing it and produce parts and things like that. Like they're like, we're not doing this, but we're open to other people keeping it going.
That's cool.
Yeah. Just on a pedestal in the middle of the room. Yeah, the black box. Steam Machine will run Steam VR, and odds are it will be backwards compatible for Index. Yeah, I'm sure it will be. To be honest, I think everybody's excitement will be tempered when the price is announced. Maybe.
I don't know. I don't think so.
I don't know.
I don't see a lot of people suggesting unreasonable prices.
Yeah,
Now, and maybe it'll be higher than that, but
I can't remember what the Steam thing, the Steam Deck costs at the moment.
I don't know. Let's find out.
You can kind of change out hardware, only storage and RAM confirmed. Yeah. Hoping a later iteration adds Thunderbolt for eGPUs. Maybe. I've heard that external GPUs really don't work very well. It will work with good old games in my experience. Nice. Rumors are the bundle of new hardware will be between $1,200 and $1,500, which would be fine by me. I'm thinking more, $9 to $1,200. But again, that's going to depend on how many controllers you get, if you get controllers, all of that stuff. People, they will have, I'm sure, ways for you to bankrupt yourself, getting extra faceplates for it and all sorts of stuff.
I'm seeing between 500 and 670 for the Steam Deck.
Yeah.
I built my first new custom P this year online, and I found it to be more seamless than any pre-built P or even my old Xbox.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I mean, I've always been building my gaming PCs.
That's always the way to do it.
Yeah, it's always the way to do it. It's the most cost efficient, and the way you're also not going to end up with a fucking box that was broken in transit or in manufacture, because a lot of these pre-built gaming PC companies do a shit job of putting them together. The Steam Deck was already pretty powerful. Cost of manufacturing is estimated around $400 for the Steam machine, so I'm guessing $450 to $500 price range. Wow. That would be them making no profit almost, but I've enjoyed the hell out of Steam Deck with all of my work travel. Yeah, everybody seems to love it. I saw a lot of people saying that the Cube needs to be around $400, but it won't. I doubt it's going to be under $700. Yeah, I don't think
it's going to be under $700.
Yeah.
But I also don't think that's an unreasonable ask. I don't think people are going to be disappointed in that.
Yeah, I mean, consoles cost how much?
Around that much.
Yeah.
Or more, depending on what upgrade or package you get.
Yeah, it would be steep for a console competitor, but it's not that. It's a functional PC, if not a particularly powerful one. Exactly. Yeah, it's not a console. It competes with consoles in that it plays games and it wants to be in that kind of position, but it is a different product than that. That's just because Asmund said that the Steam machine would be $1,000, which is unrealistically high for its specs. I agree with that part of it. Yeah.
Well, if he's wrong, he has promised to give away 5 of them on stream.
So Team Fortress 3 when? Probably never. 2 weeks after the heat death of the universe. That also isn't that far out of the ballpark, though probably on the lower end. I'll get one if the price is good. I've been looking to get off of Windows for a long time, and this seems like a convenient option.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I do think that SteamOS is going to... they will just release that as a distribution at some point.
Yeah.
It's already... I mean, people have taken like the recovery boot image and put that out. So you can't... And they've put it on different hardware. That is a matter of time. And that'll be really nice. At some point, ARM might replace x86. I think it absolutely will. I mean, it's so much more power efficient. And the hardware is really good in some cases, too. Like, the Apple hardware is phenomenal. It is proof that you can make good chips that are not x86. Half-Life 2, 2 weeks after that. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Wine stands for wine is not an emulator. Yeah, exactly. One of those dumb fucking Linux recursive definitions. You're right, but Valve is not trying to make a big profit margin because they make money from game sales from these. Yep.
Yeah.
But I think they do want to make some profit.
And they should.
Mm-hmm. They'll save that for the launch lineup for Universe 2.
Yeah.
That bundle would include the controller and headset with PC. At that price point, it would be a steal. It's very competitive with PSVR when you consider the game library. I think the headset is going to be pretty pricey. It's not going to be Valve Index pricey.
That's the case,
yeah, but if you want to get the whole thing, that's going to be like
a lot.
Like, I don't think there's a way that you can get the Steam machine, the headset, and the controller for under $1,500. Like,
I wouldn't imagine.
And it's probably going to be
I would
more.
imagine they're also probably going to sell a package with a Steam Deck as well. You can get all 4
you can get
of the
all
things.
the shit. Yeah, exactly. The funny thing with the Proton is that some games would run better on Linux because the overhead of Proton was less than the overhead of Windows. Exactly. I look forward to you using the Gabe Cube to review Bloodlines 2. Here's the thing. We were all gassed up to make a Bloodlines 2 review.
Yeah.
And then we played Bloodlines 2. And it's such dog shit. And not in an entertaining way, not in a interesting way. It's just bad. And like,
it's bad all around. It's not bad in an interesting way or in a thought-provoking way or in a way which is emblematic of a particular insight.
Right.
Other
it's
than
like we have nothing interesting to say on it.
That's the thing, which is very disappointing.
Yeah.
I want to say something about that game, but
and we did on the local.
We did. It's just shit.
It's just shit. Yeah, we streamed some gameplay
That's
on
right,
locals,
we did. Yeah.
A while back, like right when it came out, and
Good God.
Good God, it's so bad. And it's like the characters are terrible. The story is fucking stupid.
The combat is
The
atrocious.
combat is so bad. And the difficulty setting on that game is
retarded.
so retarded. Like, when you first wake up, the first person that you punch, you send them flying like you're
down the
Superman,
hall.
because you're an elder. And it's like, yeah, this is awesome. And then as soon as you get into an actual fight, like, you're actually kind of on the
Getting
ropes.
beat the shit out by junkies.
Yeah, and it's not because you're bad at the game. It's because your punches do no fucking damage.
Right.
And
Right.
the enemies do a lot of damage. And I figured this out because I was playing it on normal, and I got to, there's a boss fight with a Toreador at a nightclub, and like the midpoint of the game, and I was having trouble. Like, I got really close to beating it a couple of times, but it was so fucking hard. Like, I had to keep moving, like at my full sprint speed in circles, strafing to just sometimes get some hits in and avoid getting hit. And then I was like, fuck it, I'm turning down the difficulty, and I turned it on to journo mode. And you have like telekinesis attacks. And before, the telekinesis attack was doing a little bit of damage on the boss. But I did a telekinesis attack, and it one-shotted the entire health bar. And all the enemies started swarming me, and I wasn't taking almost any damage at all. I was like, holy fuck, you literally just make it so the player does no damage and the enemies do lots of damage. That's the difficulty setting.
Yeah.
It was terrible. And like, the thing is, you can put over that the game is very dangerous. The enemies can do a lot of damage, but I'm a fucking elder. I should be, and like, you're fighting like fentanyl addicted Antifa. Like, what the fuck can't I just tear these people to pieces with my bare hands? Like, I'm a fucking vampire.
And most of the time, almost, at least at the beginning of the game, you're not even fighting vampires. You're not fighting.
Yeah, you're fighting like
neonites.
ghouls.
You're fighting
and
fucking
humans.
ghouls.
Yeah,
Like, come on.
it's so dumb. And like, the thing is, the traversal around the world is really fun and very smooth. That part of it, and I know, they made walking simulators. I get it. But the combat is trash. Let me see.
I
here.
still can't believe Bloodlines 2 wouldn't let you exit conversations until the game decided you were done
Yes.
talking to this utterly fascinating person.
That is the other worst part. So the dialogue options don't matter at all. In the normal game, but you have these flashback sequences because you Diablerized a Malkavian.
Spoilers.
But you find that out early on.
cares?
They reveal
Nobody
it.
should
It's
play
in
this
the
game.
fucking trailer. Nobody should play this game anyway. But you have these flashbacks where he's trying to put together this mystery, and this mystery is also part of what's happening right now. And you find out, like, how did he get Diablerized by you? All this shit. But it's like when you finish a certain number of quests, it's time to go to sleep because the sun's going to come up. So then when you're sleeping, you're living through his memories. And that shit, you have to literally talk to every NPC, exhaust every dialogue option, and then use your special Malkavian powers.
In the right order.
In
There
the
are no
right order.
consequences for getting it wrong. You
Right.
just do it again.
Yeah,
Choose the different one.
And when I say you have to exhaust all of the dialogue options, I mean, you literally...
You're not allowed to leave
You're
the
not allowed to
conversation.
leave. It'll have a dialogue option like, I'm going to go talk to someone else. And you go,
I don't wanna do
"No,
that."
I don't want to do that yet. And so
Okay.
you have to... So I was just sitting there through those sections, just like hitting spacebar over and over so it would skip through the dialogue and get through it. And then as him, you can't fight anything, and you have to walk from point to point on the other side of the map on the city, and you can sprint. And the thing is, it's kind of a neat perceptual trick, is that when you start moving really fast and walking, you don't have the building hopping abilities of your normal character, but you move very, very fast throughout the world. But all it's doing is it's speeding up the world. Like, it's your perception is that I'm moving very, very fast, but everything's moving very fast. The clock on the world has been turned up. But you have to do this. It's like, I talked to this person, so it gave me a new lead. Gave me two more points on the map that I have to go walk and exhaust options from. Like, it's such shit. It's such shit.
Yeah.
And God damn it, the characters are so terrible. And the dialogue is so bad. And the story was so dumb.
There's not a
there was
single
some-
good character.
Yeah, there were some interesting points in the story where I was like, oh, this might actually get interesting. And then it didn't.
Yeah.
It's absolute shit. Like, that's our thoughts on it. And it feels very much like V5 culturally,
Right.
but there's nothing that makes V5 interesting as a role-playing game is present in this game, in the video game. And part of that is just the nature of the medium. It's a video game, but this is a very
It's a very
bad
dog shit
video game. Yeah.
Everybody understands that it's bad. Journos aren't people. They don't count. Their opinions don't matter, and they're bad faith in any way. But even Matt Dawkins had a video on his channel
Oh, really?
a couple of weeks ago where he reviewed or gave here are my thoughts on Bloodlines 2.
Who's
Gentleman
written for
Game.
Vampire
Now-
before.
My channel has always been a gentleman's channel. I don't
Right.
review things that I don't like.
Personally,
But-
I don't really know why people do that, but
Some people do.
some people do.
Yeah.
I think I'm doing a pretty good Dawkins.
Being insufferable.
Yeah.
It's, but even he, despite his mealy mouth word salad, clearly,
Hated it.
yes.
It's a terrible game. Anyone
right,
who says that there's something worth playing in it is
They're lying.
absolutely
They're
wrong.
lying. They're not
Yeah,
even retarded.
They're not even retarded.
They are
They're just
retarded, but they're lying.
And like oh man. And so like the progression of your character, you will unlock all of the powers in your
Max
clan
it out. Yeah.
really quickly, and then you can go and talk to other clan characters to learn their
They
disciplines.
just give them to you.
But you don't get those in parallel to your one track. It's
Right.
you swap out one of your disciplines for theirs, which is trash. So
Yeah.
once I maxed out my own disciplines, I was like, I'm not talking to these other fucking NPCs. I don't care about their other powers.
Right.
I unlocked one of them because I thought that I would then have, a fifth thing that I could use.
Sure.
Wrong. But I had by the end of the game, 40 ability points that I hadn't spent.
Yeah, because who cares?
Because who gives a fuck? So that's our thoughts on Vampire the Masquerade Bloodlines 2. It's a piece of trash.
Dialogue options be like yes, but with snark yes, but with meta humor
Yeah.
yes, but with snarky meta humor no, but actually yes with extra steps.
Yeah, exactly. The dialogue all leads to the same place. And it does all this stuff where it's like, Lou didn't like that. Or that makes Lou very angry. It doesn't matter.
What does that even
it does not
mean?
matter at all.
Yeah.
And holy shit, there's this Gangrel character who's literally like the furry, hey,
Yeah.
wow, and
God.
And I got out of that conversation. I had to talk to it one time, and then you have to work with it on a quest at some point. And I was like, please let this be short. But then you find out that she's dead.
Nice.
And I was like, thank God.
Nice. And all of the endings, holy shit! If people thought the ending to Mass Effect 3 or the endings to Mass Effect 3 were phoned in, dog shit, and arbitrary, this is so much worse. So I watched a video of all of the ending cutscenes. It's exactly the same thing. 80% all the same.
Yeah, it's like a
Voiceover.
little coda at the very end.
Right.
That changes.
And basically nothing changes.
Yeah.
It's so terrible.
Right. And
Nothing matters.
I went back and I started playing Bloodlines 1. And that game is still fucking awesome.
Yeah.
It is so janky. The gameplay has huge problems. You have to wait for doors to fully open before
Sure.
you can step through them. Otherwise, they go and you get stuck inside them. If there's too many physics objects on the ground and you try to step on them,
yeah.
you're gonna have a bad time with that. But that game has so much personality and so much character.
Yeah, and it's just proof to what I think a lot more people just understood back in the day. The gameplay or the mechanics, while important, that is far from the only thing that
Yeah.
matters,
Yeah.
and in certain cases, not the main thing, which matters.
That's why I think it's going to be around $500. Steam Link was pretty decent for the time. It was. I do wonder how it will work with retro emulated games. I think it's going to be fine.
Perfectly.
You can do emulation on the Steam Deck already. You install it's like EmuDeck or something like that. So I think it's going to be great, which is also wonderful because it's like now I can play all those console games that I wanted to that I didn't have access to because they didn't put them on PC because they're evil. Yes, but the eye tracking and foveated graphics are going to push that further than you might think on the headset. Yep. New games are pretty much all a waste of time.
Sad but true.
Yeah, very true. If it came with built-in emulation, that would be awesome. I don't think it will, but that's an easy, an easy fix on your end. The stats seem good enough to develop on, even if they're not the greatest. There's only a few pieces of software I'd be worried about missing. I don't know that there's anything that there's nothing from Windows that I want or need at this point. War Tales is great fun. I'll have to look it up. I don't even know what it is. I'm not into VR, but a standalone console that runs Steam games would be awesome by itself. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I'll try War Tales when it gets like 90% off. Yeah. All the new good shit is indie. I get headaches from VR now after I was a dev for VR games for half a year, and it comes back every time I put them on.
Damn.
Yeah, I also did not feel good after I took it off. And there was definitely, like, I've had people tell me that when they just play regular video games, they get motion sickness. And I'm like, what the fuck is wrong with you?
Yeah.
And so I was like, I'm not going to get motion sickness on this thing. But the first time that my character moved in a way that was disconnected from how I perceived things, I was like, I was like, whoa. So yeah, headaches are, I get it. I know there's a big percentage of people who cannot use VR. It's a big barrier to mass adoption. Yes. The Microsoft humiliation rituals have become unbearable. Yeah. Yeah, no more AI assistants or OneDrive or similar bullshit.
Yeah.
I hate...
Get the fuck out of here.
Hate Windows. Let's finish setting up your device. Valve, what do we care what you do with your computer? Exactly. Is FSR 3 good?
What is that?
It's their upscaling like DLSS.
Oh.
Starforge is Asmon's company. Interesting.
Okay, his computer building company.
I can always get a PC in the living room for a media center. I hate every smart device. I want it to be in control. I get those old used office PCs from when a big corp changes their machines. Pretty cheap. Yeah, you can do that. But I like the form factor on this for the living room as well.
The living room.
Yeah, it's perfect for the living room. It'll have Linux. I'll be able to do whatever I want with it, basically. It checks a lot of boxes.
Yeah.
My shitty laptop I bought in 20-ish can upgrade to Windows 11. Meanwhile, my far from powerful tower built 1 year earlier doesn't qualify for hardware reasons. Yeah, that is unfortunate. Asmongold's no longer part of Starforge. The big thing Proton is having trouble with is kernel-level anti-cheat BS. Well, hopefully, there won't be any more kernel-level anti-cheat shit if this takes off. Is Deus Ex Revolution or Revision good, or should I just stick to that original release? I couldn't tell you.
I don't know what... If you meant Deus Ex Human Revolution.
No. There is a new remastered version of the original Deus Ex. I have not played it.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Is that out yet? I knew that was coming out. I didn't think it was out yet.
I don't know. I have not tried
look that
it,
up.
so I can't speak to
Deus Ex Revision.
The controller seems pretty nice, but I hate how they place the D-pad in the left joystick. Well, if you hate how the
it's a
D-pad...
mod.
Will the cube be tungsten to cure mortality?
But will the cube be tungsten to cure mortality? I don't get it.
I don't know.
It would be a very heavy...
Is that the thing we need to be red pilled on tungsten? Is it
Tungsten?
cure?
Yeah.
Does it make you immortal?
I don't know.
I haven't played that. Apparently, it's a a Deus Ex mod that overhauls a bunch of stuff. I don't know.
Yeah, I was gonna say the D-pad on the original Steam controller was shit because it was part of the mouse pad on the left side. It was so bad. I honestly don't know what the problem is. I just know it was a kick in the ass I finally needed to make the jump to Linux. My Steam Deck is almost exclusively for PS2 and PS3 emulation. It already works great at that. The Gabe Cube will be a great emulation station.
Yeah.
There's a bunch of fucking PS2 games that I have wanted to play for a very long time.
Yeah. Even stuff from the PS3 360 or it would have been the 360 era. Because I've never had a PlayStation. I would love to play a bunch of those old games.
Yeah. If adoption is high enough, they'll make an anti-cheat version for Steam OS. Maybe. Tarkov requires a minimum of 64 gigs of RAM and a good processor.
Tarkov is rough.
Yeah.
But it's such a cool game.
All consoles are way too expensive now, and there's no real advantage over a PC. Yeah, everything's way too expensive now.
Yeah.
Like, literally everything is way too expensive. The Steam machine will not be even close to $1,000. You can build a PC yourself that's stronger for less. It will probably price closer to the Steam Deck OLED. That would be cool.
Yeah,
because I would be able to maybe afford it at some time next year.
Yeah.
Unless you're looking for proprietary games that aren't cross-platform, Nintendo, then a PC is the better get. Yeah, absolutely.
Of course.
If it doesn't, it still won't be more than $800. They've definitely put a lot into making the Steam machine cheap because it's basically made of AMD's scrap components that other OEMs don't want.
Interesting.
The 7600M is a 3-year-old laptop chip nobody wants. Yeah. What I want is a keyboard with two of those little pads. Well, the way the original Steam controller worked was really cool. You could bring up a keyboard with a button press, and then it would be kind of split into two quadrants. It was a QWERTY keyboard, but you would use your thumbs on the mouse, the trackpads, and that would move the cursor along the keyboard. And so you were selecting with the triggers and moving your thumbs. And it wasn't perfect, but
it's a very cool idea.
it was a very cool idea, and it was way faster than, using a thumbstick to dink, 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 dink. Fuck that. Life goals, gaming, yacht.
True.
I know a guy who will sell you a BLG yacht on the cheap.
Nice.
You need to make a few deliveries from Colombia for him. Yeah, I will not do that. I quit playing video games that aren't on my Steam Deck. Mac OS has been great for regular use. Gaming on a Mac, really?
I wasn't a big fan of the original Steam controller, but I dig this new version.
Yeah, it was not for everybody. But the new version looks fucking great.
Yeah.
Some online games refuse to allow Linux for anti-cheat. Yeah. My last two PC builds used AMD instead of NVIDIA, perfectly functional mid-range gaming rigs for a reasonable price. Windows isn't going anywhere, but SteamOS could severely threaten its market share on desktops.
Yeah, this is not putting Microsoft or Windows out of business by any means.
Unfortunately, yeah. Grognar does not have any interest. I made a complete switch to Linux 21 years ago, in case anyone doubted my autism. Yeah. $600 for the headset seems reasonable, a bit more than a MetaQuest 3 at $500. Windows has the business market pretty well locked down, which is where their bread is buttered. Gamers can't compete with that, but it's still a sizable market.
Yeah, Microsoft doesn't have to go anywhere, per se.
I think it does.
Well,
it has to
if there's
go.
just an option out there, if you're trying to do gaming and media stuff and you don't have to use it, okay, great.
Yeah.
If you want to still get a family computer at Dell or Best Buy, okay, you can do that.
Windows in the enterprise is locked in. Most companies are reliant on Active Directory and couldn't switch at this point if they wanted to. Their infrastructure is Windows. That sucks. ARM is way more scalable, even if x86 is faster in most ways. Gamers are looking for. How's it going, Marky X?
What's
Good to
up,
see you.
dude?
They could name the new Steam controller the Steam Controller 2, because if they did, they could never have made another one.
True. There's no 3. There's no Half-Life 3. There's no
Right.
TF3.
Yeah. You're right. I get it. I'm a defender of OG Bloodlines combat, but in Bloodlines 2, its combat is at odds with the story. And that whole game is just at odds with itself.
Everything. It's odds with its own controls.
Yeah. And I played the male character version of Fire, obviously. But by the end, I kind of felt like, and maybe it was just because the marketing materials were all with the female character, but I was like, I think this was, meant to be a female protagonist.
That doesn't surprise me.
Yeah, like it felt that way.
Yeah. Well,
which again, also,
why would I want to?
Why would I want to play that? Yeah. Why have dialogue options if the dialogue doesn't matter? That's a very good, very good observation.
Yes.
Just use a cutscene at that point. Oh, they have those too.
Yeah. don't they have you
Don't
covered?
worry.
Don't
yeah.
worry.
I believe combat in VTM should be more about who you choose to fight and not how a fight goes second by second.
I just want the gameplay not to be miserable.
Shit, yeah.
I don't want the game to be fighting me.
Yeah. It's the Cyberpunk 2077 problem. An RPG was switched to be an adventure game mid-cycle.
I don't think this is a Cyberpunk problem. I liked Cyberpunk a lot. Now, I wanted more of it. I wanted it to be even deeper.
I wanted the choices to matter more. That was
I wanted
my
the
biggest
choices
problem
to matter more, but I really like Cyberpunk.
Yeah, I liked it too. I enjoyed it a lot.
I would love for them to make another one. I don't care anymore about the Witcher universe. I have nothing against the Witcher games. I love The Witcher 3. I really like Witcher 2.
I love Witcher 2.
I'm not in a hurry to get back to that world. And I also, frankly, don't care about any other character other than Geralt. And I don't want another Geralt game. And I know that's not what Witcher 4 is going to be. But they're not going to be able to recreate the success, I don't think. They're not going to be able to portray Ciri in a way that is... what's the word I'm looking for? You know, she won't have the gravitas of a protagonist.
Like Geralt.
Like Geralt. Also, frankly, Ciri's story is, for my money, over.
It's also...
After Witcher 3. I know her story isn't over, but the whole gimmick of her character is resolved with Witcher 3.
Yeah, does she lose all her magic power or whatever? I can't remember.
You can choose different ways of ending the game.
She ended up being a witcher.
Well, you could... Well, that's one way.
I went along with Tess.
I guess that is the way that it went, because...
Not Tess, Triss. Triss Marigold.
Triss Marigold?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I don't... Honestly, a game with Triss or Yennefer would actually be more interesting to me. It's a different... frankly, it should be Triss.
Yeah.
Yennefer's story is too closely tied to... And I know everybody's tied to Geralt, but Yennefer's destiny is inexorably tied to Geralt's. Same thing with Ciri. Triss has always been an interesting character, and that would be a different perspective on the Witcher world. You're not playing a Witcher again. Let's get some magic shit. Let's do some sorcery. That would be cool. I would legitimately be interested in that.
You like playing the magic user, though.
I do. But even if it's just something different. Not Yennefer. Ciri, she's dressed exactly like Geralt. She looks exactly like Geralt, but
it's not.
Is a chick.
Yeah, but it's not Geralt.
But is not Geralt. And I don't care. I don't want a female, less cool, less interesting version of Geralt.
Yeah.
And the story of Geralt
But
has
don't
been...
you know that Ciri is a really deep character too?
Yeah, I actually don't.
I don't. And I don't care.
And I don't care. And Geralt's story is done.
And it's like the fucking tech demo that they showed, where they're like all this.
I don't give a
fucking
fuck
work.
about any of the shit they're like.
Yeah, I don't care. It's like
cooming
you can,
over.
You can just have the fucking NPC walk in a circle over and over again. That's
Fuck you.
fine. That's enough. You know, you don't need to spend so many goddamn resources on all this shit. I was genuinely gobsmacked when Nick clicked the leave conversation option on his own goddamn character, told him, "Sorry, you're not appreciating this enough." Who is that?
What is this?
I don't know. It's probably half truth. The devs probably didn't want something different, but something different was probably gay space vampires against fascism.
Yeah.
This was because they said apparently the devs wanted to be honest and wanted to change the name Bloodlines 2, but were denied. They wanted to make a vampire game, but not Bloodlines.
Well, that would have sucked too,
Yeah.
even if it wasn't called Bloodlines.
Yeah. Let me see here. Looking forward to retro emulators and VR arcade cabinets. For those in the chat who get this Gabe Cube, make sure to check out the first Legacy of Kane game, Legacy of Kane
We were talking
Blood
about
Omen.
that earlier today.
Yeah.
I have never played any of the Blood Omen games.
I liked Blood Omen 1. It's sort of like a Zelda game for edgy teenagers.
Yeah. And I haven't played Soul Reaver since it came out. So I would love
You definitely
to play through all of it.
Yeah, you definitely need to, because I think you'll like them a lot.
I'm sure that I
It's a
will.
really cool story. Great voice acting, super gothic. There's fucking weird time travel and shit.
It seems like a really cool world.
It is a very cool world.
Is it Nosgoth?
Nosgoth. Yeah.
Which is a great name for a vampire world.
Very, very cool world. I really like the Legacy of Kane games. I never played Blood Omen 2, but I played the others. Things I need my PC to do: play games, run a voice chat program, run Brave browser, maybe run a word processor. Everything else is ancillary. Yeah. I basically need mine to run Emacs. As someone who gets motion sickness from 3D video games, I feel personally attacked.
Oh,
Good.
fuck.
That's why we said it. But I won't cry about it because I'm not a liberal.
There you go.
Okay. FSR 4 is the current version, and it's close enough to DLSS. Right. But FSR 3, I think, is still not up to snuff, right? Wasn't it still kind of shit?
I have no idea.
I've used Linux for a year now, and I'm a smooth brain. All my games are compatible, and VR was actually easier to set up than my printer. Well, that's because printers
Are impossible to set up.
and they're the biggest piece of shit technology that is not improved, but has probably gotten worse in the last 25 years. Fuck printers.
Yeah.
Putting tungsten shavings into my morning coffee to get the Wolverine bones.
There you go.
I'm not explaining the joke. Y'all can figure it out yourselves. Okay. We won't.
I respect that.
Yeah. For me, the D-pad placement is the only important for fighting games like Tekken and Street Fighter. I've not used a D-pad since like SNES, I think. Or PS1. Because it didn't have joysticks. Like, I can't remember the last time I used a D-pad. $20.
Whoa.
Oi, Tally Man, are you going to do a video stream on Ars Magicamia after you've finished reading the Ars rulebook? How do Christians play these games without falling victim to occult corruption in these books?
Video stream on Ars Magica Mage after you finish reading Ars Magica. Christians.
Yeah, we'll definitely.
These are all very good questions,
Yeah.
and we will definitely be talking and making content for Ars Magica when it comes out. And I cannot wait for it to come out.
Right.
But it hasn't come out yet.
The second question.
But yes.
How do Christians play these games without falling victim to occult corruption in
I don't
these
know.
books?
I haven't read the book yet.
Yeah. I think you just separate your imagination from...
That is true. But you
Yeah.
also accept the authority of the Pope. That is how you do it.
Well, first you submit to Rome.
You
then
submit to Rome.
It's just make believe. That's all you need to know.
You don't play a woman. and you don't play anyone who's tracking in demonology, which you shouldn't be doing anyway, from what I understand, within the metaphysics of Ars Magica.
Yeah. Regarding PS2 games, add Ace Combat 5, The Unsung War to the list. One of my favorite games of all time. The story stuck with me since my teens. And I used its core myth as my first campaign story. Nice.
Hell yeah.
Things aren't too expensive. Inflation has just devalued the dollar to hell. That's what too expensive means.
Yeah.
My dollar does not go as far as it used to.
Yeah.
I use the D-pad to navigate menus, though I suppose placement isn't important for that. Yeah.
It is amazing that the N64 was so popular with a controller that was so insane.
Right. So this is a relatively good point. Don't forget the AMD 7600 is partly custom. We don't know precisely what that means, but odds are it's tuned to the rest of the hardware in ways the mass-produced version wasn't. Yeah. That is one of the advantages of the console, is that you have a dedicated hardware target to develop for, but also the components, if it's made well, are tuned to work properly with each other. You don't have to, any PC could have any RAM with any processor,
Sure.
Within the limits of the motherboard. But yeah, that is an advantage, and that will be an advantage for tuning games to the Steam products. It's like the things that are Steam Deck verified, and you will have Steam Machine verified. I'm sure it will go a little bit farther than just the strict numbers of the hardware says it will. I haven't been this hyped for a console in like 20 years. It's exciting. Yeah, it's very cool.
Yeah.
That's the thing.
Isn't it nice to be excited for things?
About? Do you guys remember that?
Yeah.
It was like,
Do you remember what optimism feels like?
Yeah, it was the first time I was like,
whoa.
I was like, ooh, hardware announcement. Because I was just like, please release the controller. Because I knew there was an announcement coming this week. And I was like, I want the controller. Don't let it just be a VR headset. And then they announced this thing. And I was like, oh, that's actually cool.
Yeah. Yep.
That's actually something I want. Companies refusing to allow Linux for anti-cheat are doing that prejudiciously. Most anti-cheat is made by third parties who have actively supported Linux for years. It's like Cyberpunk 2077. When the game came out, most of the marketing was male V, but since Phantom Liberty, it's like CDPR removed him from existence. It's only FemV now. Maybe, I don't know. The whole first Cyberpunk demo was FemV. You're right. Like the cinematic trailers were all male V, but that whole gameplay demo was smoking hot V with the side cut.
But Cyberpunk
but
totally
then they made
works
her less hot in the final game, which was
But
horseshit.
Cyberpunk works perfectly with male V. I didn't feel like I should have chosen.
Right, it worked. I played female V because I had a feeling that Judy was
the chick I want is only going to be
only going to be available to chicks.
Yeah.
And I was right.
Yeah.
I was like, I know exactly what they're doing here. But if the game felt fine as FemV as well. Like there was not. The character just worked. But here's the real question though: when you played male V or female V, did you choose penis 1 or penis 2?
I do not even remember what that question is in reference to.
You had to choose your genitals, man. There was 2 penises.
I chose the right answer.
Yeah. I tried playing Witcher 3 on PC, and the combat was so bad, I got in one combat and didn't pick it up again.
Oh, man. I didn't have that problem at all.
It was kind of button mashy.
Well, it's a very fast-paced, or it's a much more fast-paced kind of melee combat.
Yeah, but it's like when people complain about
that,
combat in Witcher 2 or 3, I'm like, did you play Witcher 1?
Yeah, which is rough.
I need Witcher 4 to come out so that CDPR can focus on Cyberpunk Orion. I need more Cyberpunk.
I need more Cyberpunk, yes.
Yeah. CDPR
is that a thing, Cyberpunk Orion? Is that their project name?
Yeah. Oh. They're making another one, but they're using Unreal Engine 5.
Why would you do that?
I don't know. It's
the best thing out there right now.
The Red Engine was amazing, and literally nothing has come out that comes close to the visual fidelity of Cyberpunk
All the
2077.
Unreal Engine
Where
games
would
look
you
like
go on your
absolute
bug
trash.
yacht?
Yeah. Where would you go on the BLG yacht?
You can go anywhere on a yacht.
Anywhere we want. I don't like traveling, though.
Well, if you get to travel in your own mobile house, that would be
Yeah.
better.
Thanks for the interview last week. I backed his last campaign and have been liking his books. Talking about Kairos' publications. I think.
Yeah.
I hadn't heard of this
Niemeyer.
latest promotion he's doing. Yeah, he's
Yeah.
great. We definitely want to talk to him again, too. Brian was awesome. Mm-hmm. Fuck printers, exactly. Bane of my existence in
Yep.
the IT world. Yeah.
Office Space was right.
Many hours of overtime caused by printer bullshit. Exactly.
Yeah. The simplest technology that.
I almost only use the D-pad. What the fuck?
How? Unless you're playing,
Street Fighter or some shit.
yeah, or like retro platformers, like
Yeah.
Metroid style.
They
But
seem,
even then,
they seem like big blue libs, but they are Polish, and Poland seems to be CDPR.
CDPR.
Oh, CDPR.
Yeah.
Polish commies might just be an American right winger.
I don't know.
1990 happened. I don't know what that means. People regulate themselves. If one feels like it's causing them to drift, then they stop engaging it. I don't know what that means either. Or keep in close relationship with others, and if others
don't know
think
what this
one
is
is
in reference
drifting
to.
is another. I have no idea. Sorry, man. My girlfriend's uncle is a Catholic bishop, and he
Nice.
helped design the Ars Magica system that came out in the 2000s.
Holy shit.
I think Catholics should be fine playing it,
Yeah,
friend.
if a bishop made it, it's basically approved
The most
by the
evil
Pope.
thing ever. It depends on the bishop.
If you're one of the good bishops,
Well, just let us know. Was he a Jesuit?
yeah. In which case, it is endorsed by the devil.
Yeah. He's even credited in the book.
That's
cool.
awesome.
I didn't know that. We should find out who that is.
Yeah. If he's still around, I would
Yeah,
love
if he's
to
still
talk to
around,
that
I'd
guy.
love to talk to that guy. That'd be
Yeah.
awesome. We would love to talk to that guy.
Yeah. I would love to talk to any Catholic bishop. Just putting that out there. Not that we have any reason to
On the channel?
on the channel. It would be
Yeah.
an interesting conversation. And we could put to bed once and for all the Great Schism debate, which is a frequent topic in our
in our chat.
comments.
Which schism?
I think all of them, but definitely the
Okay.
Novus Ordo Trad
yeah.
Schism, but also
When it's more economical to buy a new printer when it runs out of ink than a new ink cartridge. You know someone fucked up something.
Yeah. Macrease's friend Newton, who wrote some of the adventures and supplements, goes to the Latin Mass.
I think I remember him mentioning this on
Acts Catholic approved. Also very cool.
yeah.
I would like to go to the Latin Mass.
There just is not one that is present every week
Right.
anywhere nearby.
They got rid of it.
He got rid of it at St. Mary's,
Yeah.
which is irritating.
There is the SSPX has their mission church in a
It's every other week.
hotel. Yeah, every other week, but it's unfortunate. Too bad Judy's personality sucked. Oh, Judy from Cyberpunk. I thought she was fine.
Right.
She's a woman. Like, what do you
Yeah.
expect?
What do you expect? Yeah.
Ars Magica doesn't use a real magic system, and apparently real magic required a lot of prayer, fasting, washing yourself, and other Christian purification practices. Couldn't tell you. Pan Am is the superior romance, I think. Yeah, and she didn't like me because I was a chick. Which fucking
was right,
sucked, because
yeah.
Pan Am was awesome.
Yep.
Witcher 3 has a simulation of a combat system that is broken with a dumpling and sidestep.
Damn.
BLG yacht stays in the harbor confirmed. Yeah, it would if it was mine. If we came into possession of a yacht, we would
Yeah.
use it once for like a stream or a party and then sell it.
Sell it at a profit.
Yeah,
Destroy one Venezuelan gunboat.
right.
And come back.
Commies are still commies, yeah. Polish commies did write a constitution that outlaws abortion and gay marriage. Don't be deceived. There are woke elements in Poland. Their last election was far too close to elect a woke president. I don't know a fucking
I don't know anything
thing
about Polish
Poland.
politics
Yeah.
or Poland at all, for
Yeah.
that matter.
The woke are gaining ground there. That's unfortunate. It's the same as anywhere else. The state I live in is deeply conservative outside the urban centers, which have steadily
That's always
devolved
the
into
case,
commie shitholes over the past 30 years. Yeah. The bishop uncle is still around. He has a diocese up in Canada. We are Canucks.
Oh.
Okay. Yeah, we would love to talk to that guy.
Yes.
I'm glad my wife didn't catch that. Everyone is fooling themselves thinking woke is over. They're not going anywhere. They're still spreading. Complacency is a big problem.
I don't think that is precisely true. I think the woke is definitely over. Now, that's not to say
Progressives are
progressives
gone. Yeah.
or I think what you're going
Or
to
even
see
broadly the left.
I think what you're going to see, we were talking about this earlier this week. I think there's going to be a growing ascension of the vitalist Baptist people. I think they're going to join forces with the elite human capital people, and under that sort of worldview, we're going to see the continuation of certain aspects of the left through a sort of right-wing but heavily third worldist lens.
Yeah.
I think that's going to be one of the dangers. Third worldism is not off the table yet.
The pronouns in bio,
That's going away.
that's going away.
The troon shit is dead.
The trans stuff is done. That has quickly become incredibly low status.
Yes.
And so you're even seeing numbers of young people identifying as non-binary and trans trending downward now.
Yeah.
The worst of the gender stuff, I don't think that's coming back.
No, I don't
really
believe
don't think
so.
that's coming back. And I don't know. Political correctness, comes and goes. It's been here before. It's gone away. It's been, it comes and goes. But I don't think that woke as we knew it in the 2010s and
That's gone.
early 2020s, I think that's gone. It's a dead letter. It's a complete dead end right now. But we were talking about this, like both the Republicans and the Democrats, in the United States, the right and the left, are going through big transitions right now because you have people like Pelosi and the old guard of the Dems are all moving on. They're old as fuck.
Yeah. And moving on to hell.
Moving on to hell. The old Republicans, same thing. And in the right, it's been a very clear distinction for the last several years, and this is really coming to a head right now. You have basically the MAGA party and the Republican Party. The Republican Party's doomed. And that is going the way of the dodo. All that's going to be left is this new coalition of this kind of MAGA sort of idea and or like bundle of different groups. And the same thing is happening on the left, where you have the old Democratic Party and the AOC Mamdani types, where it's not just progressives, but it's like the really, really hard socialists are coming into power now. And so like 10 years from now, the Republican Party and the Democratic Party are going to look nothing like they did in 2005. Like the right and left we're in a big transition period right now. The coalitions are all changing and the parties are going to be different. So we are not going back to what we had in the 2010s.
Right.
That's done.
Yeah.
Because that party has been obliterated and it's reforming into something else.
Right. Any aspect of the left that could still persist, you're right. It's going to be, if we don't get rid of all the people who shouldn't be here, there's going to be there's going to be votes and there's going to be energy behind the AOCs and the Mamdanis, the hardline commies.
Yeah, it's going... So this is the thing. When we say things like the woke is over, the woke is dead. That part of it is probably true.
Yes.
Do not get us twisted, though, as saying the left is gone or it's just green pastures, the right is always going to win. The right is also, the right of the early 2010s is also dead and gone.
Yeah.
Like,
and also there's aspects.
The coalitions are just changing right now. So the issues that that are important to each side are changing right now.
And because there is a circulation happening, there's a transition happening, and two of the big monolithic enemies are going away. Certainly on the right, there are a number of factions who are were and still are unified against a common foe. The differences and the distinctions will become more pronounced and are going to be have to be hashed out as power fills the vacuum.
The BLG battle yacht could have been based as fuck if letters of marque were still a thing. I would. Look, I don't want to pick up a rifle and go fight drug dealers, or it's not my thing.
I like to see it happen.
I like to see it happen
on
TV, but I don't want to be a part of that. I'm not a young man. Even the churches are woke now. It's not going anywhere in America until the Civil Rights Act is amended/repealed. The woke isn't going anywhere.
I mean, the woke is still going anywhere. You could say
I know what you're saying. I sort of disagree, though. I do get what you're saying. Because there's an entire legal apparatus that is pushing us in a certain direction. Yeah, but
I actually do think that's on the table for the next 15 years.
Civil Rights Act being changed? Yeah, I do too.
Or repealed. Abolished.
Running Man, but it's just televised raids on cartel bases.
Running Man, but it's just televised raids on cartel bases. Yeah.
Yeah.
What did you just say that's on the table, like full repeal? I don't know if full repeal is on the table, but there's certainly...
I think it is. I'm not saying it's definitely going to happen, but I think there's a real shot at that happening over the next 15 years.
I think there's the possibility that aspects of it are going to get changed and demolished.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's definitely possible.
We'll see.
Yeah. A lot of things are possible right now.
True.
Not all of them good. McCarthy did nothing wrong. That is true. McCarthy was a hero. Also, the 19th Amendment, the 19th, yeah. Though even that would really only be a good start. The 19th, I do not believe
that I don't think is going anywhere.
I don't think anything that's
sadly.
in the Constitution is getting removed or amended. And frankly, I don't want a constitutional convention because when you open that fucking can of worms, everything can be repealed. It's like, we can make changes to the First Amendment. It's like, fuck that. 2% of the churches in the USA actually preach the Bible correctly. All the rest are prosperity faith and other such nonsense. Imagine BLG launch party raves on a yacht. That would be cool.
That would be amazing.
Yeah. St. Francis of Assisi mission in Austin. Yep. SSPX does every second and fourth Sunday. Better than nothing. Church is suffering right now. We just have to do our best. Yeah.
Yep. That's where it is.
I have been there. The fad of being woke seems to be fading, but the ideology is still very prevalent. I don't know. I think as it becomes more and more low status, people are going to pretend like they were never woke.
Most people are not driven by ideology. They are just driven by...
They're just followers.
Consensus.
Yeah, consensus, exactly. They'll retreat, repackage, and relaunch as they've done repeatedly throughout history. That's true. His name is Thomas Dowd. Just double-checked on Wikipedia. He helped design 5th edition Ars Magica.
Nice.
He doesn't really play RPGs anymore, but if you all reach out, he might answer some questions for you. That'd be fucking awesome. Yeah, that's awesome. Thank you, man. Thomas Dowd. All right. The Democrats are becoming flat-out socialists. The establishment is failing against it impotently. Yes. That is one of my bigger fears, is that we will basically just sleepwalk into total socialism.
Yeah.
Because there is, for those of you who don't know, I am a giga capitalist, but the system as it stands right now is just utterly, opportunity is just being destroyed everywhere. And if there's no opportunities and all we're seeing is mass replacement of your jobs and you know,
People will just ask for gifts.
just the stock market going up and things like that, people will just ask for gibs.
Yeah.
If you cannot provide for yourself, what are you supposed to do?
And it's not like they're wrong, or it's not like they're illogical.
No, I mean, it's like if
I get they're obviously wrong, but you know what I mean.
no, I'm completely agreeing with you. It's literally, it's like if I've been looking for a job for 2 years,
Yeah.
and I can't get a fucking job, I want to work, but there's no.
Yeah. Yep.
I've somehow become permanently unemployable.
I can't even get a quote unquote entry level job.
Yeah,
What even does that mean anymore?
You destroy people's souls,
Right.
when that's the case, and that is not a feature, just a feature of the market economy. It's a direct consequence of the fucked up laws that we have, of the terrible legal and financial incentives that exist in government, and the catastrophic damage that's been done in the last 5 years, especially. And yet no amount of telling people, explaining economics and supply and demand and how great the market is, even though all of that is true, is going to convince people if they can't fucking put food on the table. Like, that's a big danger. And the bigger problem here is that the right has kind of woken up on cultural issues and the use of political power. They're really dog shit on economics right now, like all of them. And that is a problem that needs to be fixed. And I don't know how to fix it.
Yeah.
Our nation is once again being forced to choose a side: socialism or nationalism, or a secret third thing. Yeah.
Woke was never a real ideology, it's just old-fashioned upper-class snobbery and oppression dressed up in new clothes.
I think it is. I think it is a real ideology.
Yeah, it's an ideology born of resentment.
Yeah.
And just hatred of.
It's an old ideology. Yeah,
It's
exactly.
very old.
Very
Some might
old
say
ideology.
it's an eternal ideology.
Yeah. The third thing is Islamism. The government took down the Tea Party because they threatened the Republicans. Yeah, I mean, probably. Over my pixelated Minecraft corpse. I don't think woke is dead until I can look at a coworker and call them their proper pronoun without worried about getting fired. In my area, I still don't feel like that's anytime soon. Sure.
Just because it's not gone doesn't mean that its power has peaked and its
power
it's dying.
peaked a while ago.
Oh yeah, a while ago at this point.
Yeah. MAGA is a spiritual successor to the Tea Party, or at least to the motivating forces behind it. Some of the psychology, I would say,
It's a populist
yes,
movement.
It's a populist movement. Yeah. Mathematically, Islam will rule Europe in 50 years. Basically, unless something
happens like right now,
super fucking drastic happens right now, that's basically true. The U.S. and maybe 100. Pull up Google Maps and look at mosques near you. There are more than you think.
Yeah.
I don't think that'll happen in the United States.
I don't believe so either.
But I think Britain is in big fucking trouble right now. I'm not saying it's a possibility or even not a danger, just saying it ain't going to stand for it, and I'm far from the only one. This is a late comment as I tuned in late, but CDPR is a dead studio. All the guys who made the Witcher games and Cyberpunk 2077 are gone.
Man.
Ooh, this is why they stopped using the Red Engine.
That's not good. Fuck, I didn't know that.
That sucks. No one is left at CDPR and knows how to use the Red Engine. Damn. Red Engine was a patchwork kept together by duct tape. CDPR screwed it too much for the purpose of Witcher 3, and they couldn't undo it. Yeah, except that it's also one of the most highly optimized engines out there. It's like one of the best engines at using multi-core CPU. Like, the more cores you have, the more performance you get out of it. The guys who made CDPR games are now at Rebel Wolves, making the Blood of the Dawnwalker. We've seen the preview for this, and I think we may have judged it a bit too harshly. But this is
What
the
is
one
it?
from the guys who made The Witcher. It's like, yes, we are the vampire, and we must kill the corrupt human king. Do you remember that?
No.
You'll probably, if you see the trailer again, you'll remember. But I will probably check that out. All the bugs of Cyberpunk were already in Witcher 3, but they were well hidden by camera work. Everyone who tried to play
On console.
on console,
I
got
didn't really have any
fucked.
bugs.
I had 2 game-breaking bugs. I had it crash the desktop one time, and then there was one time where all of the dialogue stopped. The subtitles were happening, but no one was saying anything.
I never had that happen at all. The only thing that happened to me, it never crashed.
I had a bunch of fucking T-posing characters here and there.
I had some weird...
Getting launched into the air really high, things like that.
I had some visual bugs and some like pathing bugs in the elevator a couple of times. But other than that, I don't remember anything.
Yeah, it was nowhere near as bad as people made it out to be on PC.
On PC.
Yeah. A constitutional convention would be nice for term limits and the states limiting the legislature's pay instead of them choosing their own pay and no pay during shutdowns.
If you were sure that you could get something that you wanted in a constitutional convention, obviously it would be a good thing, but that's far from guaranteed at this point.
Magnificent Devil, you're assuming that the DNC has not always been a vehicle for socialism. Clinton commuted the sentences of commies that bombed the Capitol building. Interesting. Even Clinton, though, was not a socialist. The left wing has always been socialist. Now they are just doubling down on it. Yeah, but here's the thing, guys. I'm not even talking about we'll get a big social safety net. Like we'll get free healthcare, government healthcare, or whatever. I'm talking like the government seizes major industries, like that. Like moving towards something in the Soviet style, it would be very different than the Soviet style, but like a true command economy at some point. That would be terrible.
Yes.
It would, in fact, doom the entire world. But the can of worms is definitely a good point. Socialism is an effective weight loss program. Yeah. They thought they could control and weaponize the commies, and then they lost control. Yeah. Wokeism is an extension of socialism and communism. The same psychological factors exist in both of them. Yeah, I mean,
sure, yeah.
The whole thing of like critical theory is literally it's Marxism with the terms swapped out. That is not an exaggeration. It's like if you just basically replace bourgeoisie with white people.
Yeah.
It's communism almost one for one.
Yeah.
Marxist communism. Populism is a made-up term when the left don't like when democracy doesn't promote their values.
I don't know
It's
if
not. No,
populism is a
populism-
made-up term.
No, populism describes something real.
Yeah. Now, obviously, the Dems will have an opinion of populism that is not the way they
That is
want it to
not
be.
their populism.
Sure, of course.
Yeah, exactly.
That's called fascism,
Yeah.
as we all know.
There used to be a populist party in the U.S. as recently as 30 years ago. I subscribed to their newsletter. They were about the same stuff as MAGA is today. Yeah, Rebel Wolves. Their game looks great so far. Cool. I am talking about full Soviet-style socialism. Okay. I'm up in Canada, and the state of our government and politics makes it difficult not to black pill, but God told John that we win in the end, so never black pill.
It's true. Never black pill. Not allowed.
Yeah, you're not allowed to black pill here.
I will say, may not happen, but I think there is a probability that is reasonably higher than 0 that this Alberta separatist movement has real weight and energy and potential in it.
I don't know anything about Canadian politics.
I've just heard about it on Twitter. Some of the Blood Satellite people have been talking about it as well. Seems like it might go somewhere. Now, maybe it won't actually happen, but I don't know. We'll see. I don't think it's going to be another just lark, like it seems like has been the case in Quebec since forever.
If you tell people that everything they want is fascism, they will assume that fascism will give them everything they want. Maybe. NYC is going to have a taste of Toronto. Clueless mayor that thinks taxing everyone will solve the problems with dumb programs.
It's going to get very bad. It's already bad.
It's already bad. Yeah. He's not going to be able to do all the shit that he promised he would do, thankfully, but he's going to find a way to bankrupt. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. He's going to find
continue to bankrupt
a way to
the
ruin the city anyway.
That's going to make the homeless problems worse. Crime is going to get worse. It's going to get more expensive. Like, it's going to be terrible. Asking the chat room, what is black pill? I'm just confused with all the new pharmaceutical drugs coming out. It's very easy.
Despair.
The black pill, I have taken the black pill, therefore I am, everything is doom and gloom. I don't see a way out of anything. The white pill is optimism. Most of my Canadian friends seem to think Alberta leaving is just talk that will go nowhere.
It's certainly possible.
The thing is
that there's still a higher percentage that is the case than not.
And I'm definitely, exactly. And I'm not saying that it will not happen, but every time that there is some big major political separation like that, people always think that, it's impossible. It will never happen.
Until it happens.
But until it happens. And that stuff, look at the 20th century. Borders got redrawn a lot.
Yeah.
Well, Trump did say he was going to make Canada the 51st state, so if Alberta wants to join the U.S., maybe. There's always talk about separation. Quebec tried to pull the same stuff in the 90s, and it was close.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know.
If Quebec left Canada, which I don't think would ever happen, in certain respects, that would be way more devastating to Canada than Alberta, which has a lot of wealth, obviously.
I don't know anything about Canada.
I think the highest concentration of the libs are in Quebec. If Quebec left Canada, it would be a way more conservative state. Country.
Freudian slip with the state. Yeah. 2 million immigrants being shipped in. They get paid scraps or an essentially indentured servitude. We just elected a globalist economist. A bunch of Tory chairs just crossed the floor to join the libs.
Sucks, man.
Yeah, man, I'm sorry. Alberta mostly wants to be an independent U.S. ally.
Which,
I'd be okay with that.
If that happened, that'd
be awesome.
That would be awesome. Yeah.
If any Canada joins the U.S., won't that be more Democrat seats in the legislature? I definitely don't want Canadians to be having influence.
There's not
over
going
our
to
politics.
be a 51st state. It's not going to be Alberta, and it's certainly not going to be all of Canada.
Yeah.
I think if Alberta ever left, if Alberta left, it's possible that like Saskatchewan would leave or Manitoba would leave. But they would, it's certainly if it happened under Trump, we would definitely recognize their legitimate statehood, or legitimate nation statehood. You know what I mean? And that would be great for them and great for us.
Yeah.
We would have a huge trade ally, a huge mineral ally.
There are two pills in you. One makes it good, and it's only going to get better. The other makes it bad, and it's only going to get worse. Yeah. Alberta is the Texas of Canada. My understanding is the Quebec libs are mostly the Anglophones, whereas the Francophones are either separatists or commie separatists. Well,
I would imagine all the
your word for
Francophones
it.
would be in Quebec. That seems logical to me.
Alberta separatism is unpopular, but 5% is sometimes enough to win old revolutions. Quebec has a lot of tech companies through subsidies. Blizzard, Ubisoft, and many other companies were there. East Canada is service economics, while West is mostly resources. Yeah. I watched a video recently. It's entirely possible our country faces great economic collapse and splits in two, kind of like the Czechoslovakia becoming Slovakia and Czech Republic.
Well, we'll find out. We're all going to find out
Yeah.
together.
Exactly.
But
Well, we've caught up with the
that,
chat.
yeah.
And I think we're pretty much coming to the end here.
Yeah. I don't think we've quite made 20.
I haven't quite made 20, so
Alas.
nobody gets Pirate Borg this week.
Sad.
Sad.
But it'll come back around another week.
And thank you very much to everybody who super chatted. And most importantly, for everybody who came and just hung out and talked with us. This was a lot of fun.
Hell yeah.
And
Another Thursday with the boys.
yeah, we will see you next week.
Hell
Have a good
yeah.
night.
Yes. Thanksgiving is not next week.
Correct. It's the following week.
Yep.
Cool.
All right, Phil.